We come on the air right now. The Tampa Bay Community Action Committee is meeting and members are demanding the city put up the funds for an independent attorney.
And it comes after Mayor Jane Castor blocked residents living in the city from voting to give the Citizens Review Board an independent counsel. This is an issue we've been following very closely, but there is still a whole lot of confusion over what exactly a Citizens Review Board does.
Yeah, we know the board was put together to improve relations and transparency with the Tampa Police Department, but with all the back and forth, our Eric Waxler is giving us an in-depth look at the CRB. So tonight he's getting all sides of this story and find out why those involved say there is still a lot of improvement needed.
As they continue to try and deal with issues of police misconduct and improve the community's relationship with law enforcement, the Tampa Citizens Review Board says it needs an independent attorney. That's one not connected to the city.
I think this is, really just such a simple issue that other municipalities, other cities around Florida have had, and it's not caused any kind of problems for the cops.
The review board is a panel of citizens who look at disciplinary cases from Tampa Police and give recommendations. Local activists say they want to see the board have more power, and they have been protesting for an independent attorney for months. But TPD sent us a statement that says, in part, we believe the organization has what it needs to be productive, create meaningful change if the need arises, and be an asset to our community without burdening taxpayers with costs that will arise from more added changes. Mayor Jane Castor told us that giving the board an independent attorney would be redundant.
We would be hiring, in essence, a third attorney, which the CRB does not want and did not request. So we've answered the independent attorney issue.
Yvette Lewis heads up the Hillsborough County NAACP. She says the Citizens Review Board is reviewing cases but doesn't really have any power to pass judgment or help alleged victims. She says she wants to see more accountability and more transparency, and an independent counsel would help make that happen.
I would love for it to go all the way to subpoena power, and maybe that's where we can get some understanding. And so hopefully that will resolve some of the issues, because if you know someone's watching your behavior and you know that there's accountability with your behavior, then maybe you won't act that way.
The Tampa Bay Community Action Committee is holding a public forum Monday night and asking people to come to City Hall to share experiences they've had with police. Meanwhile, according to the City Council's agenda, they will consider drafting an ordinance to allow the Citizens Review Board to use legal representation outside of city employees. Both sides say they want the same thing, police accountability. It's just a matter of figuring out the best way to achieve it.
We do have an outstanding relationship between the community and the Tampa Police Department, but it's a relationship that has to be worked on every single day.
It's also the board that, everyday people can come to and file a complaint if they have any kind of issue with the cops.
In Tampa, Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.
Eric, thank you. Meanwhile, as we were discussing this topic here in our newsroom, we realized how little we actually know about the board. So we decided to go further in depth and show you exactly who makes it up and how they got there, also how long they can stick around. So first, here are the basics. The Citizens Review Board is made up of 11 volunteer members, and the current board is made up of 8 men and 3 women. Now, 5 of those members were appointed by the mayor, and 5 other members were appointed by the city council. One member in particular was actually appointed by the NAACP. Now, each member has a term of just 4 years, and you must not be a City of Tampa employee, related to a member of TPD, or currently working for any law enforcement or political race or office, rather. They also cannot have any serious criminal convictions. We looked them up and found the members come from very diverse backgrounds and hold a wide range of jobs, from nonprofit workers to retired military members and church leaders. Jameson?
Wendy, thank you. And there are similar but different concerns over the importance of citizen review boards being felt in Tallahassee right now as well. Back in 2020, the city formed a 9-person panel, but now following a recent string of dismissals and resignations, that number has been cut down to just 4 members. And because of that, they've not been able to meet quorum, meaning they haven't been able to get together in an official capacity now for months, and taking away from the important work that those on the board say still needs to be done.
The board has an option to help really lower this gun violence and policing and community policing. I don't think the issue is going to be resolved tomorrow, But I think it's a step.
All want the same thing, and that's public safety, and that's, to feel safe in your own neighborhood. But I mean, I think that public input is so paramount that people have somewhere they can go, somewhere that they can trust to make sure things are being looked at and done properly.
Well, this month's meeting there has already been canceled, but the group will be able to meet again if they can get one more person to join and have at least 5 people on that board.